Good morning, hello, my name is Daniel and this is the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. For the last few years on this channel I've been documenting my life, my training, my racing, all sorts on this channel, and thank you very much for watching throughout that. But for the last couple of months things have not been going to plan, my training has not been going to plan, my weight management has not been going to plan, all sorts. Now I've strayed away from daily vlogging during this time because it's not pleasant to make videos about that. However, what I'm going to do now is flip it on its head and do 6 weeks of, or close to, daily vlogging where I'm going to share with you my morning weigh-in, my eating, everything I can think of to do with me trying to be better. It is now 6 weeks until Christmas. I'm going to use that period of time to really focus on, ultra focus, give it everything I've got. Rupert, I'm really sorry for ruining your morning lie-in, but this is necessary because I am literally clutching at straws. So hope you're going to enjoy the ride. Hopefully some of you can relate to some of this, and thank you very much in advance for the support because I really appreciate it. So the time is now, it is Monday the 13th of November, it's just before 8:30. I generally start work about 9 o'clock. I have done a bit of work already this morning just to get ahead of myself so I feel a bit more calm about the day ahead. I haven't done any training this morning. I chose sleep and it's raining outside, but that is going to change. Let's have a look at what we're doing later on. I'll see you at lunchtime. Lunchtime, run time. It's been a few weeks since I've said that. And if I'm honest, it's not going amazingly. I'm doing 1 minute on, 1 minute off, jogging and walking. Jogging, just taking it really steady, and the walking even steadier. And I don't know whether it's in my head or whether I still have this hip niggle. Genuinely, I don't, because it's all I can think about when I'm trying to jog now. So I'm going to see how I feel later on today, but it is so windy, by the way, as well. Got 40-mile-an-hour winds. But I'm only doing 15 minutes total, so 7-8 minutes of running. Sorry about the wind if you can hear that. But yeah, I'm just seeing how it goes. I'm probably fit enough to run for longer than that, but this is just it's a test of the injury rather than a training session. But it is good for me to get out and do a little bit of activity at lunchtime, so long may this continue. Okay, run done and dusted then run. On screen, it's not the most impressive piece of exercise I've ever done. However, this is part of the journey, it's part of the progress, so I'm very happy with that. So long as my hip doesn't hurt later on today, I think I'm going to put that down to just me mentally thinking, oh, it's going to hurt. Lunchtime, I have 11 minutes to make and consume lunch before a meeting. So, what am I having? Beans on toast. Few key things here. Straightforward, it's fast, it's easy, it's relatively good for you, but a few specific things I do. When you tip in beans into a bowl to microwave them, don't ever get a spoon and scrape the tin out. Let me know if you do or don't do this. Make sure you shake it to get the last few beans out so that you spray tomato sauce just like on the worktop, and then make sure you leave that. And I'm also having some wholemeal bread as toast. That's like, you know, a cooked version of bread. Not for any specific reason. I like the taste of wholemeal, to be honest. And I'm having 3 slices of toast. My diet over the last few weeks has been bad. So therefore, this, in comparison to what I have been eating, is very good. So I'm not going to start cutting back on, oh, shall I only have 2 slices of toast or something. I am training tonight a couple of times, so I need to be fueled. Although I might just be taking the mickey out myself about a walk jog, it is still a little bit of exercise, so I'm going to make sure that I am fueling the machine and looking after myself accordingly. Beans on toast coming right up. This is the second time I've walked in here with a plate of beans on toast. YouTube life. Anyway, so get ready for Instagram food inspo. Check that out. I have made a couple of changes to what this meal would normally be, in honesty. And that is no cheese and no sauce. Cheese, as we know, is great, however, loads of calories. And sauce, especially, is like stealth calories, like calories without even eating anything. So I'd rather have an extra slice of toast than have a bit of sauce on it or a bit of cheese. And there are only small things. There are bigger things that I need to worry about in terms of my diet, but those little changes add up. So me piling on a load of barbecue sauce does not help me towards my goals. So I'm going to get this down me. Get cracked on with the afternoon at work, and I've got a big evening's training plan, so let's get stuck in. See you there. Good evening, Elizabeth.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah.
I've just come downstairs. Yeah, told that I knew you. Just whoop, whoop. I've just come downstairs because I heard you shout. What words?
I said no, bad kitten.
When you said that's so bad, no, I thought you were talking to me, but you weren't, were you? What have I just missed?
Oh, I just ran you up on the kitchen worktops again. I was just being dramatic, to be honest, to try and make him realise he shouldn't be up there. He was actually in the sink, as you do.
Had a good day at work?
Yeah. No, actually.
Full moon?
What? I've not actually had a very good day today because my car battery's gone flat.
It has. So you've had to drive what?
Your car.
Which you weren't too happy about, were you? You were actually wanting to stay home and wait for the RIC rather than take my car to work. And I was like, Liz, just take my car. You're like, nah, I better get it sorted. So once again, the 254,000 mile taxi has come to the rescue, hasn't it?
Yes, so I've got that to sort this evening.
Excellent, it's always something, isn't there?
Yep.
Great, alright, well, I've got a bike session to do. Triple Brutal James is coming around tonight as well. So I'll see you there.
See you there, bye.
Alright, it's time to get on the bike. I'm not going to actually get on the bike because when I get on the bike I have to press stop on this camera. So I'm going to tell you about the session first. This is a catch-up session from last week. I should have done this last Friday. I didn't because I just didn't do any training. It wasn't a good day. However, I'm not always a fan of catching up on training, but I feel like I can do it this week. And it's a VO2 max workout. It's 5 times 4 minutes of VO2 max off of 4 minutes recovery. I think it's the same amount of recovery. I've not really looked at it, to be honest. I think it is. And then this week, why do I get something in my eye right now? I don't know. This week, I've got a progression on from that session, so it's 4 times 5 minutes this week. Well, if I can't do 5 times 4, I definitely can't do 4 times 5. The limiting factor with these for me is the duration rather than how many intervals. It's how many minutes can you do that power for. So let's try and get through 5 times 4 minutes. In terms of numbers, it's going to be at 380 watts and my threshold is 350, so it's a solid 30 watts above threshold, but it is mathematically possible. So if the numbers say it's possible, it's got to be possible. Let's get pedaling because Simpson is going to be here in an hour and 15 minutes and this session is an hour and 16 minutes long, so you have to wait outside a minute. Let's get cracking. Alright, session done and dusted. Triple Brutal James is just off screen over here.
Is it all about the headbands?
Yeah, James, you missed the interval workout, and I forgot to turn the camera on.
Did it even happen?
I know, no, I don't think so. That was okay. 5 times 4 minutes. I feel like they were all around target power. I don't really know because I haven't looked at the splits yet, but that was alright, that was good. Time for us to do a live stream, James. I'm going to change my base layer, change my headband, go for a wee, rock and roll again. Let's go, a bit more bike riding. Okay, so Monday is drawing to a close. I have not gone swimming, but I'm going to talk about my day's training and then my day's eating and then what I'm going to do tomorrow to be 1% better than today, and hopefully over the next few weeks I will be a lot better than I am today. This is a journey. Today is not a how-to or an ideal day training for triathlon. Clearly, it is just my day today, but I actually think it's been okay. So let's start from lunchtime. I did the 1 minute on, 1 minute off running, 15 minutes. Obviously not very good. I was really hoping that my hip niggle would have disappeared because it wasn't hurting at all. Clearly it hasn't. Now, the actual run walking was all right. Sure, when I was jogging, my heart rate spiked massively, but that's just going to be one of those things. I'm just trying to process now that I'm not running for the next, I don't know, few weeks. I'm going to try and put a couple of things in place, like I'm going to try and go and get, either go back to see Ruth about it or get a second opinion. Not that I think the lady I saw about my hip first is wrong in any way, but it just helps me be absolutely sure that there is nothing else going off. So maybe I'll do that, but I'm struggling for time in life, to be honest. So that was a bit of a negative. Now tonight, onto the actual training session for the day. 5 times 4 minutes VO2 max. I couldn't reach the camera to put the camera on whilst I was doing the intervals, so you have to believe me. But the intervals were, and I don't use erg mode, I just use gears, so I was quite happy to nail the power, to be honest. 383 watts, 382, 381, 383, 383. I am basically better than erg mode, to put it bluntly. So that was a real good workout. I could feel that, but I fueled well for it. I had an SIS beta chew during it, like just in nibbles, and then before I went on to do the 1 hour with James, I had a Belvita bar, just I'm fueled for the riding, and that worked well. I did for the 1 hour that I was with James, because he was doing quite a lot of the talking, I was able to just ride it like a good zone 2 power as well. I've averaged just under, only a handful of watts under zone 2, but I did do a fair bit of riding at zone 2 power, so that was fairly good. And that means my training for today is 2 hours and 40, 2 hours and 35 of training, which is pretty good for a Monday when I'm at work all day. And yeah, really happy with that. Swimming, I haven't gone tonight. I don't feel mentally quite there to push on for it tonight. If I'd have ran and my hip niggle had gone, I think I'd have been in a bit of a better position, but I just feel a bit like that basically. And I've got a quieter day planned training wise tomorrow, so I will go tomorrow. You heard it here first, in the morning. Diet wise, now I've been logging everything that I've been eating and drinking on MyFitnessPal, and today is a bit of an experiment. It's a bit of me thinking about what I'm eating and drinking, but not doing anything majorly different to what I would do normally. I have cleaned my diet up a fair bit in the last, well, today, as in no sweets, chocolate, that sort of thing. So this is better than it has been, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't surprised at how many calories it is. So I've had 4,210 calories today, and I've burnt 2,000 in exercise, so it puts me 72 over, so pretty much like flat line, which is okay. That's not a bad starting point, but 4,000 calories is a lot, isn't it? And I'm only like pretty much evens because I've done quite a bit of training. If I'd only done an hour on the bike, I'd have been several hundred over, so just got to bear that in mind. Immediately, snacks. Nearly 2,000 calories of snacks today. That's like a day's entitlement, isn't it? The meals are actually quite small. Lunch was the biggest meal, followed by dinner, which is tea, and breakfast. But I can work on that. There's nothing too bad in there, but little things like, do I need to be having a latte that's 64 calories? Probably not. Party rings at 112? Probably not. A quarter of a quiche mid-afternoon, 234 calories? Probably not. But, you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? 2 pints of semi-skim milk tonight. I do like drinking a glass of milk, and I had 2 pints with tea, 568 calories. That could have probably been squash, couldn't it? Anyway, so that's all what I've done today, and I hope that's been of some use to you, because it has certainly been of use to me. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 2 of me being better than average, not slightly above average, because I can't afford to use the copyright on that phrase. Bye.